I guarantee by the time you finish watching that entire video, you'll know how to build muscle as a natty. We have this 1930s Indians, all these guys building some sort of 3D looking muscle, some from there. They all have genetics, they all around 5 foot tall, so it's a lot easier to fill your frame out. The shorter you are, the easier it is to fill out. This guy here is 5'1", and so it's easier to fill the muscle out. When you got guys like Ziz, who was 6'1", then you're going to need some assistance there. This is a picture of me, Natty, and Ziz chest bra before and after, the guys who really kicked off. These pictures here, I'm Natty, I'd pass a drug test. This picture on the right, I don't pass a drug test. Picture on the left, do pass drug test. Picture here, I don't pass drug test. We'll get back to India in a second. Nick Bear wouldn't pass a drug test, in my opinion. Jeff Nippard wouldn't pass a drug test, in my opinion. Furious Pete, in this picture, wouldn't pass a drug test. And this guy here wouldn't pass a drug test in the after pic. Let's get back to muscle control. All right, so we've got these Indians here, and they're looking muscular, but they're all very, very slim guys. They're around 5'1" to 5'4", around the 60 to 68 kilo mark. And it looks almost like there's a bit of a Photoshop here, but we know Photoshop didn't exist in 1930s. We know that steroids did exist in 1930s, and India is the world's largest producer of anabolic and androgenic steroids, followed by Thailand, and then it would be maybe Germany, maybe US after that. Probably US is biggest consumer of steroids, anabolics. But we have here, this book was saying you need at least 7 hours of sleep. So there's some good tips in this book from 1930, but you've got to remember these guys are very, very short, and there's nothing wrong with being short. I'm just saying, if you're 6 foot, it's a lot harder to build this lean, sort of 3D muscle looking thing. Now, if you're 4'11", the muscle bellies, the muscle insertion is going to be different. It's going to be a lot easier to, like let's say you put a kilo of muscle tissue on an arm that's like 60 centimeters, it's going to be pretty impressive. Now, if that arm is 90 centimeters, that kilo of muscle won't be that noticeable. So it all comes down to your genetics, your height, your muscle insertions, and largely on your hormone levels. How high is your insulin? How high is your fasting insulin? How high is your testosterone, estrogen, pregnenolone, IGF-1? What's your TSH values like? T3, T4? How about your myostatin levels? So all these things come into it. This here is a bit of Photoshop going on. It looks like it's sort of hand sketched, doesn't it? Like it's like these guys have sort of exaggerated their physiques with a pencil. All right, it looks like it's been drawn. Okay, look at the pants they're wearing. Like what's going on with that waistline there? So these guys, it looks like they're sort of cartoon figures in a way. So what did they look like in real life? We'll never know. Did these guys use any steroids? Well, steroids, synthetic testosterone was sort of hit the market in the 1930s, mid-30s. So, but we don't know what India was working on beforehand. We don't know if the scientists stole the testosterone synthetic, ideas from India. We don't know. That stuff goes on all the time. People stealing scientific discoveries, etc. But look at the pants there. Like, what's going on with that pant line? Like, what's going on? Like, it's like these guys have just been drawn, okay? And as artists do, they exaggerate features. I mean, look at tattoo artists. They exaggerate features of tigers and lions and people and, the god of Zeus and stuff like that. So, for me, these pictures, are they even pictures or are they pictures, sketches? Who knows? But the weights they're using are quite light as well. So again, you can definitely build muscle as a natural. Right? There's no question of that. Like the human body is designed to build muscle. It's just like you do some resistance training, you're going to build muscle. And if you're in hospital with 2 broken legs, you're going to lose muscle on your legs. And as soon as you start walking again, the muscle grows back. Or if you're taking anabolic steroids, the muscle grows back. But we're talking aesthetic muscle like that. Fitness, influencer, fake natty looking muscle. Can you build that naturally? And the answer is no. Okay, the answer is definitely not. Can you get a Ziz physique naturally? Answer is no. No chance in the world. Can you get the chest bra physique or the Nick Bare physique or the AF Trend X or Matt Does Trend physique naturally? Does Santa Claus exist? Depends what you believe in, kids, okay? Now, there's plenty of people out there who believe in Santa Claus. They believe in miracles, and my heart goes out to them, and I hope mummy tucks them into their bed nice tonight, and they get a good little breakfast that mummy cooked tomorrow. But the reality is, anabolic steroids are part and parcel of this world we live in, and if you want to have a male stripper body, then what male strippers do is they take anabolics, okay? I'm not saying you should do that, I'm saying that's what's done, and you draw your own conclusions from that. But look at this stuff. Look at this guy's waistline. Like that's a cartoon sketch, okay? That's a cartoon sketch. Now again, there's people out there who have amazing genetics as well, Like you have some girls with breast tissue that it almost looks like they've got a boob job. Like Natasha, people are like, Natasha's got a boob job, but no, she hasn't got a boob job. She looks like she does, I get it, but she hasn't. She doesn't. She's all natural. And there's nothing wrong if you get a boob job, okay? Nothing wrong if you get a boob job. But it can be confusing out there for people, especially the new noobs out there, the guys who don't know the truth, the guys who have never used steroids, and they just accept the reality that's presented to them by narcissistic sociopaths. I mean, the amount of people out there today that use images of steroid users to advertise their books, and then like, I don't use steroids. Steroids are bad. I don't do that. You're using a picture of someone else or yourself on steroids to sell an ebook to noobs who think that you're natural or whatever. So what's going on here? But again, it's easier to fool people than convince them they've been fooled, especially in today's Dunning-Kruger world. So yeah, if you want to build muscle, then stay natural and train, get stronger, eat more carbohydrate so you can lift the weight. Because if you don't have enough carbohydrate, you can't lift the weight. And if you can't lift the weight progressively stronger and stronger, you won't grow as much muscle. You'll definitely hit a plateau easier. Now, eventually there'll come a point where after a few years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, you reach your natural plateau. Could even be 1 year. It depends on your goals, all right? If you want that stripper body as a male, you reach that plateau, and then you will be like, okay, what do we do next? What all male strippers do. They get on the slim pins, okay? That's just how... Look at this guy's pants. What's going on there? What sort of cartoon sketch is this, okay? So, end of the day, guys, understand, what is your goal? People, I just want to gain 2 kilos of muscle. Okay, yeah, we can do that, Natty. I look like this, and then I want to look like a male stripper. And it's like, dude, no way in hell. All right, no way in hell. And do your homework and stuff. All right, from people who are going to tell you the truth. Part of marketing, the foundation of marketing and advertising, is promoting happiness, regardless if you tell the truth to people. So the reason why there's so many people out there who don't get the results they want is they're buying programs and protocols that are purely designed to make the customer feel happy enough to give the product seller their money. My products aren't like that. I don't really care. Actually, I do care. I do care about you being happy, but I want you to feel good versus get scammed and be happy. Okay, so I don't want to sell you a diamond ring that's you spent $10,000 on, but it's just a piece of quartz. But hey, you're happy? No. Eventually, you're going to find out you got scammed, and you won't be happy. I'd rather sell you a real diamond ring for $10,000, or better yet, fuck the jewelry and spend it on food and holidays. So that's what I'm saying is that you do my protocols; they absolutely work. If you want to build a stripper body, then I can help you do that. If you want to just be a natty guy and be really, really fit and run marathons and kick ass and stuff like that. If you want to be professional, if you want to win Kona Ironman, I can help with that. Someone asked me the other day, can you help me do that? And I said, I can definitely help you do that. Definitely. The people who won Kona this year, who do you think's videos they're watching? Whose advice are they going, this is interesting? That's right. Yeah, and that feels great that I have that level of influence because I'm just telling the absolute truth. So look at this guy's physique here. So he's 5'1", and it looks a bit of 3D. There's some delts there, a bit of pec. But if you really if you really squeezed his muscles, and there's not a lot of muscle there, it's still a very impressive look, and looks like there's some sort of pencil shavings going on there to increase the definition, etc. But it's definitely not comparable to today's average fitness influencer physique. Okay, that's just the deal. Anyway, hope you learned something for that. If you didn't, watch the video again. If you want my coaching stuff, go to durianrider.com and start getting results, man. Start getting results today. All right, today you'll notice changes. Today, literally, guaranteed.